What's up guys, it's Alex Dame. So today I'm going to talk to you about the different training splits that you can incorporate into your training program. So the different types of training splits that you can do, there's a typical bodybuilder slash bro training split. There's also like the push-pull legs routine, and there's even like full body workouts. So I'm going to talk about all the different training splits. I'll talk about the positives and negatives and which one you should incorporate to make the most gains. Alright, so first let me talk about what are the actual different bodybuilding splits. So first of all, you've got the bodybuilding split. It's also called the bro split. It's what majority of people in the gym do. So they train about one muscle group per week. So I'll give you a little example. On Monday you'll do chest, on Tuesday you do back, Wednesday shoulders, Thursday legs, Friday arms, and then rest, and then so pretty much you hit every single muscle group once a week. Then you've got another training split, which is push-pull legs. So for example, on Monday you do a push workout, so that's just chest, triceps and like shoulders, so it's just pushing movements. And then on Tuesday you'll do like a pull workout, so that's basically back and biceps, you're pulling movements. And then on Wednesday you do legs, and then you repeat that. So it's a 6-day training split and then 1 day rest, and so you're hitting every single muscle group twice per week. And then you sort of throw in abs and stuff like that whenever you want, really. And then you've got the full body training split, or full body workout training split, which is basically 3 times a week. And so like Monday you'll do full body, maybe Tuesday rest, Wednesday full body workout again, Thursday rest, and then Friday hit your full body training split again. So 3 times a week you'll train, and then maybe Saturday, Sunday you rest. Now the benefit of that one is also you're hitting every single muscle group twice per week. Alright, so since this is a versus video and I'm comparing the different training split, let's talk about which one is going to be the best for you. So I'll just say it here right in the beginning. I reckon the best one to do is the push-pull legs routine, hitting 6 training sessions a week and 1 day rest. I reckon that's going to be the optimal training split to make the most muscle growth and most gains. Now, I've been doing a normal bodybuilding split for ever since I started training, so that's almost 4 years now. And I was always doing like 1 muscle group per week. And so when I would do chest, like I would hit it hard. I would do like 6 to 7 exercises, and I thought that was the best way to go about it. But recently I've discovered a lot of studies and research to actually prove that's actually not the best way to go about it. What you want is to be hitting all your muscle groups at least twice a week, and if it's really a lagging body part, you can even hit it 3 times a week, and that's going to be the most optimal way to train it in order to maximize your gains and hypertrophy, which is muscle growth. And now another thing is, through studies, it's actually been shown that a full body training split, so training 3 times a week, is actually even still more effective than the normal bodybuilder split of maybe going 5 times a week and hitting every muscle group once a week. So you could actually make more gains going to the gym 3 days a week than going like 5 or 6 times, because you're hitting your muscle groups twice per week. Now let me explain the sort of science behind it. So basically when you train, you trigger protein synthesis, right? And your protein synthesis levels are only elevated for up to 48 hours after your workout. Usually it's 36 hours. So for example, if you train like chest on Monday, you're gonna spike your protein synthesis, and it's gonna be spiked for up to 48 hours, and most likely it's gonna be 36 hours. That's the usual time. Now the whole concept of protein synthesis and understanding it is very important, because that time when your protein synthesis levels are elevated, that's actually the only time you actually grow as a natural lifter. That is the only time you're actually building muscle. So you want to be triggering that protein synthesis as much as possible, because it's the only time you're going to build muscle. So it's actually the most important part when it comes to optimizing your hypertrophy, so your muscle growth. So I started the new training split of push-pull legs, and I was always a bit hesitant to go and try it, because I was like, oh, maybe that's not the best way to go about it. I'd rather smash chest like 8 exercises in 1 day than incorporate shoulders and triceps in the same training session, because I thought that was the best way to go about it. As I said, I've done some research and I've actually found out that push-pull legs is actually a much superior training split to go about. So this is why. So with the push-pull legs routine, right, you're hitting every single muscle group twice per week. So you're hitting your legs twice, you're hitting your chest twice, back, arms, triceps, and shoulders. You're hitting all of those muscle groups twice. So you're triggering more protein synthesis. And because you're triggering more protein synthesis, you have more of a anabolic window, so you're actually able to build more muscle. So with a normal bodybuilding split, let's say you train chest on Monday, you'll do like 8 exercises, but you only trigger that protein synthesis for up to 48 hours, and then you have to wait a whole week to trigger the protein synthesis again for your chest. Whereas with a push-pull legs routine, I do like my push day, which is chest, on a Tuesday. So I trigger the protein synthesis for up to 48 hours, and then I train it again on Saturday, which again is going to trigger that protein synthesis. So you're triggering more protein synthesis by hitting it more frequently throughout the week, and it's going to result in more gains. So let me also get something clear and out of the way. Doing a bodybuilding split is still going to grow muscle. You're still going to make gains. Like, don't get me wrong. I did it for I've pretty much done it my whole bodybuilding career. I only recently started a push-pull leg routine like a couple of weeks ago. So the bodybuilding split 100% works, but it's just not the optimal way. So it's not the absolute best way to maximize your gains in terms of the time you're putting in. Like in a 3-month period, right? A person that's doing push-pull legs and a person that's doing a bodybuilding split, the person that does the push-pull legs routine is just going to make more gains, and that's just how it is. Just because you're triggering more protein synthesis, and again, that's the only way to actually be anabolic and build muscle. And of course, this video is more targeted towards, well, it's actually targeted just towards natural lifters, because when you're on stuff, you're pretty much anabolic, and your protein synthesis is like triggered all the time, so it doesn't really fucking matter for them. It's actually better to do a bodybuilding routine. But for myself and most people out there who are natural lifters, the best way to go about it is hitting more frequency. So you're hitting the muscle groups multiple times per week rather than just once a week. So like you've basically got the bodybuilding split where you hit it once a week, but when you hit it once, you hit it a lot. So you do like 7 or 8 exercises. And then the better way to go about it is to split it up. So maybe do less exercises, so 4 or 5 exercises per muscle group, but do that 2 or 3 times per week. And that's the absolute best way to go about it. Another thing that's going to be important for you to think about is how often can you actually go to the gym and how much time can you invest in. So a lot of people can't go to the gym multiple times, like they can't go 6 days a week. Like that's understandable if you're not that serious about it, like I am. 6 days a week is like, this is like my passion. Like I need to do it, so it's the best way to go about it, so I can do it. But for people that can only train, for example, 3 times a week, you're actually better off doing a full body. You're better off doing a full body workout split. So that's like 3 days a week, and every single time you hit your full body, and that way you're gonna be hitting every single muscle group 3 times per week. So you're actually triggering your protein synthesis 3 times per week, which is really good. But the only thing is you can't hit that many exercises per session, but it's actually still optimal to do that rather than a bodybuilding split, just because you're actually triggering your protein synthesis more. Now, another question is probably, what if I only go to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week? I can't get in that extra 6th day. Well, what you can do is, my sort of suggestion, if you can only go 5 days a week. So if you can only go to the gym 5 days a week, 3 of those days make it 1 day push, make another day pull and another day legs, and then just do 2 full body workouts. So you're hitting everything multiple times per week again, and that'll be really optimal as well, because you're triggering that protein synthesis more. So yeah, the main thing to take away from this video is, as a natural lifter, the optimal way to make gains is to hit all of your muscle groups multiple times per week. So the minimum of 2 and probably the maximum of 3 times. You don't want to hit it more than 3 times per week, but two times a week would be probably perfect in my opinion. Now also, as a natural lifter, hitting one muscle group, as a natural lifter, hitting each muscle group once per week is not the best way to go about it, but you will still definitely make gains as long as you're in a caloric surplus, so you're eating more calories than what you're burning. You're still going to build muscle. I did it for like 3.5 years, so it definitely works. But now looking like, I mean, no regrets, but this whole time I could have been doing a push-pull legs and making more gains, but that's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because I still made a really good amount of gains because I kept it consistent and my diet was always on point, and I invested a lot of time and effort into it. But now that I'm starting this push-pull legs routine, I think I'm going to continue for a really long time of just doing push-pull legs, hitting every single muscle group twice per week. And yeah, it should go really well. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a good change of pace as well, because I got sort of sick of training the exact same shit every single week. Like every week I did chest on a Tuesday, every week I did arms on a Friday, you know, every Saturday I did chest. Like I just got so sick of it. I was doing it for way too long. So it was really good to break out of that sort of routine and break out of my comfort zone and start like a new training split. And the great thing about that is it gives me a good mental break, but also it's going to help benefit me more in terms of my muscle growth as well, just because the push-pull legs is a much more superior training split versus the normal bodybuilding split. Even a full body training split is better than a normal bro split. So yeah, I hope I covered this topic well. If you're slightly confused or have any sort of questions, you can just leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, so final thoughts on this video. The best training split for optimal gains would be push-pull legs, and doing that twice per week. So it's a 6-day training split and 1 day rest. The second best training split would be a full body split. So training 3 times a week, and each day you hit every single muscle group. So you're hitting every single muscle group 3 times per week. And then the worst, I guess you would call it the worst training split for a natural lifter is going to be the normal bodybuilding / bro split, which is where you hit every single muscle group once per week, but you hit it hard in that one session. That's not the best way to go about it, but you're still gonna make gains. Alright, so that is the end of the video. I just wanna thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you wanna see more, and always remember to keep the pump.
So don't let them steal your life.